So, have you ever stopped to think about all the stuff you use every day? That phone in your pocket, the cereal you ate for breakfast, the cool sneakers on your feet? Those are all called goods. They are physical things, items you can hold, see, and own. Goods fill our world, tiny, paperclip, biggest airplane. We buy them, we use them, and they're a huge part of our economy. You go to a store, pick something off a shelf, pay for it, take it home. But wait, there's more. Haircut you got last week, bus that drove you to school, Wi-Fi signal letting you watch this video? These are services. A service is an action someone does for you, an experience, not an object. Now, you might think that making a car and giving a haircut are completely different worlds, and you'd be right in a way. But if you look closer, through a scientific lens, you'll see surprising similarities. Every business needs a plan. They must know what customers want and how to deliver it. This is operations management, the secret sauce behind success. It's organizing pieces to create value. A shiny new bicycle, a fantastic vacation experience. Both types need standards. Toaster makers want every toaster to work perfectly. They use recipes and training, both run on schedules. A factory schedules cars per day, a doctor's office schedules patients. Timing is everything. Here is where goods and services really go their separate ways. It's the biggest, most fundamental difference between them. Consider this. Goods are tangible. That's a sciencey word that just means you can touch them. You can feel the weight of a book, knock on a wooden table, or wear a cotton t-shirt. They are physical objects that exist in the real world. You can put them on a scale, measure their size, and store them in a closet or a warehouse. When you buy a good, you receive ownership of a physical thing. It's yours to keep, or even to break, though I wouldn't recommend it. Services, on the other hand, are intangible. That means you can't touch them. A service is a process, an activity, or an experience. You pay for the experience, but you don't go home with a physical concert in your bag. The knowledge you gain is real, but it's not a physical object. Because services are intangible, they can't be stored. Let's dive deeper into the world of goods. How are they made? Most of the time, the production of goods is a very structured, often automated process. Think of a giant factory. It's a place designed for efficiency. You have assembly lines, robots, specialized machinery, all working together to create thousands of identical products. This reliance on machines means that the production of goods is highly capital-intensive. It costs a lot of money to buy all that equipment. The goal is to make each item exactly the same as the last. One of the great things about this machine-driven process is that quality control is relatively straightforward. Because you're making physical objects, you can test them. Measure a car part, run a computer through a diagnostic test, use tools and sensors to check if each product meets those standards. Cameras scanning items, lasers scanning items. Another key aspect, the customer usually isn't there while it's happening. Your smartphone was assembled in a factory thousands of miles away, months before you ever saw it. This separation between production and consumption is a huge advantage. The product is made, then shipped, then sold. Now let's flip the coin and look at services. If goods are about machines, services are all about people. While a service might use tools, a dentist's drill, a mechanic's wrench, the real value comes from the skill, knowledge, and effort of a person. This means providing a service is highly labor-intensive. The biggest cost is paying skilled employees. They are the factory. Services are delivered by people, so they're harder to standardize. The provider might be having a great day or a bad day. They use training and procedures to make experiences consistent. A grumpy waiter can ruin a perfect meal. A friendly, helpful flight attendant can make a long flight much more pleasant. For most services, the customer is right there while it's happening. The customer is not just a passive recipient. Their attitude, their questions, their cooperation can directly impact the outcome. It's a live performance. The customer is part of the show. Location and atmosphere matter a lot. It's not just about what is done, but how it is done. The human element is not a bug, it's the main feature. Let's break it down. When we buy a good, what are we really buying? First and foremost is its core function. A refrigerator's core function is to keep food cold. A pen's core function is to write. If it doesn't perform its main job, nothing else matters. We also consider its physical characteristics: size, weight, materials. We also think about its reliability. Durability means how long will it last. A well-made hiking boot is durable for many seasons. Of course, we can't forget about aesthetics, design, color, style. Safety is another critical component. And increasingly, we consider the environmental impact made from recycled materials. Is it recyclable itself? When you're shopping, you're subconsciously weighing all these factors. You might choose it because it has a better warranty. A product is a solution to a problem, wrapped in a physical form engineered from top to bottom. So, if a product is a bundle of physical features, what is a service? We can't dissect it in the same way, but we can analyze it. Scientists of business call it a service package or service concept. The first part of this package is the core service, or the explicit service. For a hotel, the core service is providing a room to sleep in. For a tax accountant, it's preparing your tax return. This is the essential what of the service. Next, we have the facilitating goods. These are the physical items that are used or consumed during the service. At a restaurant, the food and drinks; at a school, the textbooks and desks; at the dentist, the X-ray machine and the little rinse cup. Then there is the supporting facility. This is the physical environment where the service takes place. The building, the decor, the layout, even the parking lot. A clean, modern, and comfortable airport terminal makes the stress of travel a little easier. A playground with safe equipment makes the service of play more enjoyable. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, there are the implicit services. These are the intangible or psychological benefits. It's the feeling of safety from good security, the sense of status when flying first class, or the peace of mind from attentive staff. It's the friendliness of the barista, the professionalism of the bank teller, the caring attitude of a nurse. These implicit benefits are what often separates a good service from a great one. So a service isn't just one thing, it's a complex package of actions, goods, places, and feelings all working together.